Hello everyone, welcome back to our class. So for today, we're gonna go over our project number 2. Before we start doing that, we need to download our instructions and our workbook. So we go to the Excel, and in the Excel module 2, formatting a workbook, in the apply it folder, here is where we download our instructions and our workbook. So go to the start, and in the left area, you can find the download files. So we click download all. So now you should have your workbook and your instructions. And for this class, I highly recommend that everybody could create a folder name as a CIS1060 because we have a lot of instruction, a lot of workbook you need to do that. And for the data analysis, one thing is very important is arrange your file because every time you submit it or you made a adjustment for that, you need to know which one you are working on. So for here, I create a file named as a Spring 2026, and this is for our CIS 1060. And for today, this week is week 3, so I create a folder named as a week 3. And here is where I gonna save my, where I will put my workbook and my instructions here. So I can just drag it to this folder. And this icon stands for the downloads. So every time you can go here and find your full download history, and you can find the files you download. So now we already have that. We have our instruction and our workbook. So we can start it. So getting started, first we want to edit the file name by change the 1 to 2. How to do that is we first go to the file, and here you can find the save as. We go to the save as, and we just change the 1 to 2. So make sure it match the requirement document name. So we hit save. So we finish this preparation step. And then let's get started. Project steps number 1. Yang Cho is the business manager at the Sharman Cybersecurity Consulting. She asked you to format the workbook she used to analyze monthly sales to make the data easier to read and use. On the sales analysis worksheet, change the theme of the workbook to the Office 2030 to 2022 themes to use the standard theme for the company. So how to do that is we first go to the sales analysis, and here we go to the page layouts. Page layout sections, in the left sections, you can find here is the themes. So that is where we can change the themes for this workbook. So we click that. And the second one is the Office 2030 to 2022. So you can see here is a lot of different themes here. And every time if you changed one, for example, you can see the color will be changed. And if you select the wrong one, for example, if I choose this one, you can see the color is a totally different one. And if you choose the wrong theme and you apply the color, it cannot meet the instruction. And in that case, you will lose your points. So make sure you select the correct one. That is Office 2030 to 2022. So yes, 2030 to 2022. And the next, step number 2. Start by formatting the heading on the sales analysis worksheet to make them more prominent as follows. Step number 8, we want to merge and center the range A1 through G1. So what we can do is we first select A1 and G1. We click A1 and drag that through G1. So now the cell A1 through G1 are selected. And then we want to merge and center. So we go to the home, and you can find here is alignment sections. And this icon stands for merge and center. So we just hit that. Now the cell A1 through G1 are merge and center. And step number B, apply heading 1 styles to the range A1 through G1. So we want to apply the style to A1 and G1. So we first select A1 and G1. Since that is already like merged, we just like single click that. And then in the home sections, in the style sections, here you can find the cell styles icon. We just hit that. And you can see title and headings. So we select heading 1. So we click that. Now you can see the cell range A1 through G1 are styled as heading 1. And step number C, merge and center the range A2 through G2. So we first find A2 through G2. We click A2 and drag that through G2. Also go to the home sections and alignment sections, hit this icon, merge and center. So now the range A2 through G2 are merge and center. And step number D, change the font color of the merge range A2 to G2 to the blue-gray text 2. So first we select A2 and G2, so this one. And how to change the font color? So we go to the home sections and font sections. And here, this icon stands for font color. We hit that. And then we find the blue-gray text 2 that is located in the 4th column, first row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4th column, first row. You can see here is note pop-up, blue-gray text 2. So that match the requirement. So we click that. And step number E, we want to change the font, the merge range A1 through G1 and A2 through G2 to Californian FB to apply the font used in other companies' reports. So first, we want to select A1 through G1. So A1 through G1, we click that. And then we press Control button and hold that. And then select A2 to G2. So since that is already merged and center, we just click that. So now A1 through G1 and A2 through G2 are already selected. And then how to change the font style. So we go to the home sections, font, and here is where we can change that to California FB. So we can select them and then type California. So since California FB is already in the system, so once you type CALIFO, it will automatically pop up California FB. So we just press enter. Now the range A2, A1 through G1 and A2 through G2 are styled as California FB. And step number 3. Next, Yang needs you to format the report dates and average the sales information to separate it from the other sales data as follows. Step number 8, change the background color of the range A4 through E4 to gold accents for lighter 80th person. So how we do that is we first select A4 through E4. A4, click that, drag that to E4. So now A4 through E4 are selected. Then change the background color. So that is located in the home sections, font area, and this icon, fill color. stands for change the background color. So we hit that. And then the color is located in the 8th column, second row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and second row. So this one. So once you like point that here, you can see the gold axis for letter 8 is person, Papa. So that is what we want. So we hit that. Now the range A4 through E4, the background already changed as the requirement. Step number B, format the cells A4, C4, and A12 as a bound to emphasize the text. So we first select A4 and press Ctrl and keep holding that. And C4, we click that, and then A12. So we click A12. Now the cell A4, C4, and A12 are selected, and we want to format it as a bond. So where to find that? Home sections, font area, and this one, this icon stands for bond. We click that. Now you can see the A4, C4, and A12 are bonded right now. So step number C, format the cell B4 to use the date format with a 2-digital month, a 2-digital day, and a 2-digit year to use the standard date format for company report. So we first find the B4. B4 is this one. We click that. Now you can see this is what it looked like right now. And we want to format the date. That is in the home sections and the number area. We click that, the number format. Now it's already format as a date, but we want to change that as a 2-day, 2-digit for the day, 2-digital for the month, and 2-digit for the year. So that is this one. So after that, we hit OK. Now we format it as this. And the next, step number 4. Yang also wants you to format the table headings to clarify they are heading as follows. Step number 8, format the range A6 through E6 and A13 through G13 as italic. So how to do that is we first select the range A6 through E6. We drag that through E6 and then press Ctrl and keep holding that. And A30 through E30 to G30. After we select them and how to apply the italic, so in the home sections, front sections, and this icon stands for italic. So we hit that. Now you can see it apply as italic. And step number B, apply horizontal centering to the content of each cells in the range B6 through E6 and B30 through G30 to improve their appearance. We first select the A6 through E6 and B30 through G30. That is where we format as italic. So we just like keep selecting them. And then we want to apply horizontal centering. So how to adjust that? We go to the home sections, alignment area. Here, alignment setting, we hit that, and you can see here is a text alignment. We want to apply horizontal centering. So now horizontal is general. So we hit that and change that as a center. And then we hit OK. So now we apply the horizontal centering to all the target content. So we finish step number B. Step number C, Change the background color of the range A6 through E6 and A30 through G30 to blue accents 1 lighter 60%. So change the background means that we want to change the fill color. We first select range A6, A6 through E6. So we click A6 and drag that to E6 and press Ctrl and keep holding that. And then A30, we click A30, drag that to E30. And then we go to the Home sections, font area, and click this fill color icon. We click this narrow. So we click that, and then find the blue accents 1 lighter 60s. That should be located in the 5th column, 3rd row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So should be this one, blue accents 1 and lighter 60%. So we click that. And next, step number D, change the background color of the range A7 through A10. A7 through A10, we drag that, drag A7 through A10 and press Ctrl button, keep holding that, and A40 through A23, A40 through A23, and then change the background color. So go back to the Home sections, font area, and hit this fill color narrow. We click that, and then the color should be located in the 5th column, 2nd row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 2nd row, blue accents 1, lighter 80. So we click that one. So we finish this step. And step number 5. Young wants the total rows in each table to stand out. She asks you to apply the total cell styles to the range A10 through E10 and A23 through G23. So A10 through E10, and we press Ctrl button, and B23 through G23. So now you can see A10 through E10 and B23 through G23 are selected. So we go to the Home sections, Style area, here, Cell Styles. We hit that, and we want to apply the total styles for that. Oh, once you apply that, I'm not sure whether your system is similar as mine, but when I apply that, you can see it looks a little bit bigger, and that looks a little bit different than the solution. So why it happened is because the size for the number change. You can see that. So others are all the contents are sized as the font size is 11, but for this one is 26. We don't want that happen. So what we can do is we select them and change that to 11. Manually, just change that to 11. So in that case, it will match the solution. And some of you probably didn't have to change that. You just keep that in your mind. For the total format, the font size is 11 because we want to match the solution. So okay, let's go back. And step number 6. The row headings in the cells to date table needs to be formatted. So it is clear they each apply to 3 rows of data. And format the row headings as follows. Step number A, we want to merge and center the range A40 through A60. And then center the content of the merge cell vertically. So we first want to merge and center the range A40 A40 through A60. So we select A40 through A60. And then merge and center that is we go to the home sections and alignment area and hit this icon, merge and center. And then we also want to apply the merge cell vertically for that cell. How to do that is we go to the alignment sections, alignment setting. So for here, we want to apply the centering for the vertical. So vertical, we change that as a center. Then we hit OK. So now you can see we apply merge and center and also merge cell vertically to the range A40 through A60. And step number B, use the format painter to apply the format in the range A40 through A60 to the range A70 through A90 and A20 through A22. How to do that is this time we want to apply the format painter. So now you can see we already apply some like format to the cell A40 through A60. And what we can do is we first go to the home, and here is a clipboard, and this icon, little brush stands for format and painter. So we click that. Now you can see the range A40 and A60 already selected. So we want to apply, use these formats as our template, and we just drag that through A70 through A90. So now you can see they match the format as a cell A40 through A60. Now we keep doing the same stuff. So we select A40 through A60 and also click the format planter and then apply that to the A20 through A22. So now you can see we change the range A70 through A90 and A20 through A22 as the same format as the cell A40 through A60. And next, step number C, for the merge range A40 through A22, rotate the cell's content to 90 degrees. How to do that is we first select range A40 through A22. So we select them all. And next, we go to the home sections, alignment area. And for here, we go to the alignment setting. And in the right corner, we change the degree, the orientation degree as a 90. So we change that to 90 and then we hit OK. So now you can see the range A40 and A22 already rotate as 90 degrees. And step number 7. Yang also wants you to format the cells number so they are easier to read. So format the number as follows. Step number A, in the range A7 through D10 and C40 through G23, apply a counting number format with the 0 decimal place. So we first select the range B7 through D10. So we first select the B7 and drag that to D10 and then press Ctrl button and keep holding that. And then also select the cell C14 through G23. G23 is that one. And then apply the counting number format. So we go to the home sections, and here is a number. The number sections, number setting, number formatting. We click that and change that as accounting with a, what is that? Accounting number format with a 0 decimal place. So accounting and change the decimal place to 2 to 0, change the 2 to 0, and click OK. So now we change the format with the target content. And next, step number B. In the range E7 through E10, apply the percentage number format with the 1 decimal place. So we first select E7 through E10, drag that to E10, and then we also go to the home sections and number. We go to the number formats, and in this time we want to use the percentage. And what is the decimal place? So 1 decimal place, so percentage, and change the 2 to 1. So we hit OK. Now you can see the range E7 through E10. The format changes as a percentage, and we keep just a 1 decimal place for that. So we finish step number 7. And step number 8. Young asks you to identify the service that generates less than 40,000 after 4 months. Use the highlight sales rules conditional formatting to format cells in the range G40 through G22 with the value less than 40,000 using light red fill with the dark red text. So that project required us to apply the highlight sales rules conditional formatting. So we first want to make sure we want to apply that in the range G40 through G22. So we selected G40 through G22. And then we go to the home sections, and you can find in the style area here, the first one is a conditional formatting. We go there, and the highlight sales rule, we apply the first one, highlight sales rule. And in that case, we want to find the value less than 40,000. So we just select the second one, less than. So we change the number to 40,000. Make sure you put 40 after 4. And in that case, we don't have to apply the $ in front of the 40 because the system will only read the number to apply the filter. So we just like put the 40,000 here. And the system already put the light red fill with the dark red text. That is a match the requirement. We don't need to do any change with that. And then we hit OK. So now you can see in the range G40 through G22, the system only highlight the number which is less than 40,000 here. So that is how the lighter cell rules conditional formatting should look like. And step number 9, Young also needs you to calculate the average sales for the month and the cell in the cell E4 creates a format using average functions with the value in the range B7 through B9 to determine the average sales for the current month. So how we do that is we first go to the cell E4, that is this one. We double click that. Now you can see the cell is already like active. So we put equal sign here and use the average. So average, and the range is from the B7 through B9. So once we finish that, we end with the parenthesis and press enter. Now the system, the cell E4 should calculate average for the B7 through B9. So the number should be this one. And next, step number 10. Increase the indent of the content of the cell C4 to separate the text from the date in the cell B4. So how we do that is we first select the cell C4 is this one, and we want to increase the indent for that. So where to find the indent? So in the home sections, and alignment area, this icon stands for increase indent because the system didn't tell us like how many, should we like how big we should increase the indent. So we only apply one time for that. So we click increase indent to the cell C4. So we finish that part. And step number 11, we find and replace the instance of the word testing with test with the testing to correct the name of the category. So how we do that is we can go to the home sections and in the editing, and we can find here is a find and select. We click that and we go to the second one, replace. We find the testing test and replace with the testing. Make sure you type correctly and match the requirement test with the testing. After we put it in the box and we hit replace all. So now you can see the system made 2 replacement with the worksheet. So we finished step number 11. And step number 12. Finally, Yang needs you to format the worksheet for printing and make the following change. Step number 8, we want to insert a page break to start a new page at row 12. So how we do that is we want to insert a page to start a new page at row 12. We first select the entire row 12. How we do that is we just single click the number 12. You can see the entire row is selected right now. And then we go to the page layout sections. And in the page setup, you can see here is a brick icon. So we click that and we click the insert page break. Now the system insert a page break above the row 12. And next, step number B, we want to set margins to narrow. So that is also located in the page layout sections and page setup area. We select the first icon, adjust the margin, and then switch to the narrow. So now we finish that step. And step number C, set row 1 and 2 as print titles. So we also added that in the page layout sections and page title, page setup area. And the last one is a print title, so we click that one. And we just want to change the print title. So in that case, we don't make any change for the print area. Instead, we go to the rows to repeats at the top. We click that. And we want to set row 1, row 2. So how we do that is we can just like drag row 1 to row 2. So once you drag that, you can see here the code pop up. That stands for row 1 and row 2. So now we already set as a print title. So we hit OK. And next, step number D. Create a customer footer for the worksheet. In the left footer sections, display the current page number and using a header and a footer element. In the center footer sections, display the sheet's name using a header and a footer element. How we do that is we can first go to the view, and we can check the page layout. So now you can see we already set the row 1 and row 2 as the header for that. And then we want to make some change for the footer. You can see here is the 3 sections for the footer. How we added that, we want to add page number in the left sections for the footer. So we just like a single click that part. So once we click that, you can see here is a special sections pop up, header and footer. So in the left sections, we want to add a page number. We don't have to like type anything, but we just click. Here is sections for the header and footer element. So each icon stands for something. For this one, we want to add a page number for that. So we just like select the first one, page number, and make sure now we are added the left sections for the footer. So we just click that. Now you can see this code pop up. That stands for the page number. So we finished the first step for the step number D. And then we also want to display the sheet name. So we go to the center of the footer and then still edit that here, header and footer element. So we click the sheet name. So now you can see we that code stands for the sheet name. So we finish that. Don't press enter. Instead, you can just like click the empty area. So now you can see we already have our page number and the sheet name in the footer. So why we do that is because there is another way to adjust the footer is that we can tap that, but the thing is that now the code is related to the sheet name. So every time if we change the name for the sheets, the system will automatically like change the footer depends on the sheet name. But if we just type the name here, once we change the sheet name, you need to manually change the footer by yourself. So that in that case, we want to just use the header and footer element, use this code to edit our footer. So that would make things much easier. So now I think we finish all this stuff. And the last one, we need to save that, save our work before we close that. So we save that. And then we go to the Cengage and submit our work. After uploading the file to view the common project, match the name, then re-upload it. I think that is because I didn't have this in my document. So what I can do is I can like drag it here and then submit it. Every time when you submit it, you can find the grade summary report. So if you click that, you can find, so for this one, I get 20 out of 20. So that means that I get a full score. But if you make any mistake or any step, you lose your point, you can check the reports and always go back to change that. I mean, to correct your work. And there's another thing I want to mention is that, so in the instruction, at the end of the instruction, you can find here is the solution. That means that you can always compare your work with the solution and see if they're looking the same. If they're looking the same, I think you're fine and you will not like lose your score. And that's all about our project number 2. If you have any question, you can email me, let me know. Otherwise, I hope everyone have a wonderful day. I will see you later.